me hit record and you can get started, girl.
Awesome. Thank you. Sorry I'm late, guys, but I'm so excited. There, I unmuted myself. Sorry. Hi, guys. Thank you for having me on. I'm so excited to be sharing with you guys. Just being on here amongst all these hustlers, it's like so exciting. I know we can all learn from one another. So I'm just going to humbly share what I've been doing. I've been doing the bits. I'm going to start sharing my screen. See, so many windows open. All right. Everybody can see my screen, yes? Becky, you're my girl. Okay, I see you there. Awesome. So like Delfina said, guys, my name is Adriana and I just had a baby 3 months ago. So it's my fourth baby. I'm on the heels of being 40 years old. And I'm just super fired up and thankful for Herbalife, not only for the business because it's really like transformed my life, but also because my body responds really well to it. I've never been a fit girl. I've always been the heavier one, the one that always like you look at food and you gain the 5 pounds. But thankfully, I not only consumed Herbalife throughout my third and my fourth pregnancy, but also have been able to recover and get my body back quicker than I normally would. The first 2 pregnancy was when I was in my 20s. And I credit it all to Herbalife because honestly, I just feel amazing. And I'm inspired by all of you and all the women that we are surrounded by to just become the best version of myself and have a no matter what attitude, even when it comes to our transformation. Because mom of 4, I'm moving. It's been crazy, but it's like, no, we really are trying to be healthy and happy and sexy. It's not about the 6-pack. It's about working on the whole inner and outer transformation. So I invite you, I say that, you guys, because I feel like that's key to your business, always working on your transformation. And again, you don't need to look like me. You don't need to look like Delfina, or you don't need to look like the Instagram model. You need to look like the best version of you, and the people that are following you on your social media will see that. Okay, so don't feel, well, I this, I that. No, no, no. Put all those excuses aside and understand that there is a level 10 for you. Okay, so with that, okay, so let me just share with you guys what the mind shift for me was from June until now. Now, you guys have to remember, I gave birth June 8th. So I was at like 165 pounds. I was, pregnant, fourth baby. But I feel like my shift in myself, so what I say that, it's because it's not like I had a 6-pack or anything, right? What happened within me in that time was that I decided that I was going to grow my business, and I decided that I was no longer going to put excuses, and I was going to get good at social media. Why I say that is because before COVID, my method of operation has always been passing out flyers and talking to people. I thought, I always believed that I couldn't sell product over social media because I'm like, they're going to see me and they're going to compare me to the social media models, and they're not going to want to buy from me. They're going to want to buy from me like if I meet them in person, because they're going to fall in love with my personality, right? But with COVID, I'm like, oh shoot, like I'm forced to really learn social media and master it. So I'm so excited for Side Hustle School because it's really, you guys are getting some really amazing nuggets. So, okay, with that being said, June 2020, guys, this is where my check was at. I was not earning my 2% bonus that I get as a Get Team member. What I was focusing on was getting clients on full programs. I was just like, bam, get him on full programs. So in the month of May, I got 15 new clients on social media. I increased my volume. Obviously, that's why my check was at 1,940 in June. So the thing with that though, guys, is that I wasn't able to get reorders or retain these clients. So yes, I got 15. And in theory, when you get new clients, you want to get referrals and like keep adding clients. So the only thing that I got out of the 15 clients and what I already had was 4 reorders, 1 distributor and 1 preferred member, which is still not bad, right? But I was thinking like I had 15 new clients. I only got 4 reorders. I was thinking, what did I do wrong? I know I did amazing follow-up, but what can I do to retain these clients, right? Because it's really hard already to get 15. I know the goal is obviously more, but for me, that was like groundbreaking. I was like feeling I was Miss Instagram model. I don't know. I was just feeling myself because I was able to attract that. So what I decided was to shift it to 3-day trials. I kept hearing 3-day trials, 3-day trials, 3-day trials to preferred members to distributors. And I was like, nah, I hate 3-day trials. I'm just going to get straight to the program. Like, why even skip the 3-day trial? Like, I don't even want any of that. So I decided to shift. I'm like, I'm going to give it a try. Everybody keeps saying it. There must be something to this juice, right? So what I did, guys, is I started posting about 3-day trials. And I'll show you how I do it after this slide here. And I started having the preferred member conversations with the 3-day trial people. So every time that, so let me catch myself here. So what I did is the first time I started doing that shift, I got 10 3-day trials. I had a goal of 20, but I got 10. From those 10, I got 5 preferred members and 1 new distributor. Now look at the numbers. I had 15 new clients over here. I only got 1 distributor and 1 preferred member. When I shifted myself to like really focusing on 3-day trials, I got 10 3-day trials, which is less than 15 clients, but the follow-up was incredible. 5 of them became preferred members and 1 new distributor. Now, last month, or yeah, this month from last month's work, this was my check. Okay, so I don't know why the bonus didn't post up there, but so it was a $900 bonus, a $300 check, and a $150 retail. So I don't do a lot of retail because I do a lot of 3-day trials. But this is where from June to now, that's been my check growth. So if you talk to me about 3-day trials, I'm loving you because I'm thinking this is the simplest way. People are following me. They don't know me past Adam. They just know that I'm like their Instagram follower. So when I invite them to 3-day trial for $20, it's not invasive and it's not like asking them to purchase a $300 program, which is great if they do that. But to me, I'd rather have them on a 3-day trial and then have that conversation per preferred member. And then preferred members to me are golden. Like I love preferred members. So you're like, okay, that sounds great. So how do you do it? The way I do it and the way I started doing it has really worked really well for me is polls and referrals. So what I do is every day I post, even if it's twice a day, 3-day trial, invitations to 3-day trials. So I post a picture of myself or I post a picture like I just had like recent progress, right? So like I said, keep working on your own transformation. And I asked them like, hey, I'm ready. Can a friend and I do it? You can get really cutesy and creative with it. I've seen other girls like put really cool things to their polls, and I'm always like writing something simple, but it doesn't matter. You don't. Point is, you don't need to complicate it. Like I'm like I used to want to be like super creative and spend all this time. It's like, it doesn't matter as long as you get the information out there. And then what I do is I post results, right? So this girl, she did a 3-day trial. These are actual 3-day trial results. And that's her weight on the scale. And then I post what the 3-day trial is, right? I post other before and afters. And I always, as we have shared with you guys on our calls, is I always get on camera and I explain like, oh my gosh, girls, I'm so excited. I'm starting another 3-day trial challenge. This is what it is. These are the results. So I'm on camera because sometimes they want to hear you and they want to hear like what it is. So the last thing, and I'm guilty of this, when I go through people's Instagram stories and all I see is pictures and product, I literally just skip to the next thing. I don't know their product. I don't care about their product. But if I'm like attracted to that girl, like her page, I think she's cool. Obviously, if I'm following her, there's something about her. So whoever is following you, there's already something about you that they're intrigued by. So by you being on camera and showing them like what exactly a 3-day trial is and what it's going to do for them, then they're going to buy more into you than they are the product pictures. Okay, so I really invite you to do a mixture, pictures of you and your progress, pictures of you working out, before and afters, and obviously what the 3-day trial is, because they do need to know like what the heck are you inviting me to. So like Jim Rohn says, pennies are in the cell, fortunes in the follow-up. But you're like, but how do I follow up? Like I don't know what to say. We have some amazing chats, guys, that we have created, and literally I was like that. I didn't understand how to do 3-day trials. I've been in the business for 7 years, and 3-day trials to me, not only did I think were dumb, I'm going to be totally transparent, because I'm like, why would you do 3-day trials? That makes no sense. But I also like was like, how do you, like, what do you say the 3 days? Like, I just wanted it to be simple, right? So go and behold, we have an amazing team that has so many amazing resources. So the 3-day trial resources, and I think a lot of them is Leah. So thank you, Leah, for being so awesome and pouring onto that chat. Like, literally, I use all these things all the time. And Delphina too, obviously. Literally, guys, I just go off of the chat. If you guys aren't on there, you guys can ask to be added after the call. So basically, it tells you what to send them on day 1, what to send them on day 2, what to send them on day 3, and what to send them on day 4. That's all I do. Obviously, once they reply to me, like, they'll have answers, they'll have questions, then it's more like a one-on-one. But they don't know the difference between, they just think that this is like phenomenal follow-up. Like, all my 3-day trials are like, girl, the ones that turned into preferred members are literally like, girl, you are an amazing coach. You take this amazing time with me. You've checked in on me. You send me so many resources. And I'm like, oh, thank you, blah, blah, blah. But I'm thinking, like, if they, I mean, it's that simple as cutting and pasting and making sure that we follow up with them, because it's 3 days of them buying into, who are you? Who are you, Becky? What are you going to provide for me? Who are you, Adri? Who are you, Delfina? And if they see that you are on them the 3 days, when you have that conversation of becoming a preferred member, they're going to trust you, and they're going to know you're not in it for the sale. You're in it for them to really have a transformation. And people buy that. I know I just recently purchased another product, some hair product, and that person never followed up with me. They never said, did you receive your order? They never said, how's it going? And I'm telling you, I'm never going to order from them again, because the follow-up is crucial. So for 3 days, if they see how magical you are, they're going to continue to really just invest in themselves. So that's why I mean, this business is simple, fun, and magical, and it's a copy and paste business. Literally, you go on this chat, you copy and you paste it. And that's how I do it. So like I said, the how for me is polls and referrals. So what I have my clients do is I have them post when they start their 3-day challenge. So from 1 3-day trial, normally I've been averaging 2 referrals from that. Whether it's interest, whether it's an inquiry, whether it becomes a 3-day trial or further, that's still amazing, because I've reached at least 2 or 3 of their like circle of influence, and they have a circle of influence, and they have a circle of influence. So it's really exciting to me, because this is fairly new. This has been the last 3 months. The growth that I can have if I stay consistent with what I'm doing, and I stay organized, and I give them a superstar follow-up. So it's literally like, hey, I saw the results from so-and-so. My friend told me about this thing. My friend told me about this thing. And so I just let them know, like, great, what is your goal? Like, I treat a 3-day trial like I would like a $300 program. I ask them, what are your goals? How do you want to feel? Because I automatically want them to feel like, great, like, this girl's legit, right? And you guys know that they can buy it from anybody. Like, you literally can buy it from anybody. So what is it going to matter for them to buy it from you? So how, right? So how do you get this referrals? But how? Tell me the magic sauce. So what I have my 3-day trial girls do is I have them tag me on their pictures. This girl just happened to be like a superstar. Like, she was sharing everything. She tags me on everything. But I asked all of them to do it. Not everybody's going to feel comfortable doing it, but those that do, don't let it be because you didn't ask. So I asked her, like, hey girl, do you mind posting your before and after? Do you mind tagging me? And then what I do is I repost, and I have her friends repost. And then I say, it's for accountability purposes. I just really want to know that you're doing it. So I've had her and a few other girls, what they do is they tag me on their workouts. this girl was really into like working out, but not everybody is, right? And it doesn't matter. It's about nutrition anyways. Tag me on your shake. Like, I want to see how bomb your shake tastes. Girl, how do you feel on that energy? Like, tag me on it. That already, guys, it's you being like indirectly getting referrals, because what they're going to do is they're going to ask her, like, what are you doing? And then she sends them to you. And with her, I've already had the business conversation with her. She wasn't interested. So what I did, sorry, I skipped it. So with her, she had really amazing results. And what I did is I talked to her right away, voice message, FaceTime. With her, I did a voice message because she didn't have time to chat with me on FaceTime. There's some people that don't want to, and that's totally fine. So I sent her a voice message and I said, oh my God, you're having amazing results. Your next step is to become a preferred member. What that means is you become a VIP client. You get access to chat, you get access to me, you get better results. I didn't have to convince her, she was already sold. But that's kind of the flow that I have, is like, I make sure that if they lost inches, they lost a pound. But most importantly, in those 3 days, I want her to fall in love with me. Because regardless with the 3-day trial, whether they lose inches, pounds, for sure, they're gonna get energy. So don't let them get discouraged just because it's just 1 pound or 2 pounds. Like, you need them to fall in love with who you are and what you're gonna provide. So 3-day trials. Now what? What's the next step? So the conversation is always preferred member, like I shared. For me, it's either FaceTime celebration or a voice message celebration. I know, like, in the 3 days, you know what your clients like, right? There's the chatterboxes that are always texting you everything, and there's the ones that give you crickets, just send you the weight. So I just make sure that I'm always like, dude, I'm so excited. It's the last day. How do you feel? Send me your weight. I mean, you must feel incredible. Like, I'm so excited. What's your next 30-day goal? So then they're like, yeah, girl, I lost a pound. I feel amazing. I just feel so much lighter, whatever they tell you. And you just let them know, like, girl, you got to keep going. The next 30 days are crucial. What's your goal? They share the goal with you. And then you just straight tell them preferred membership. So my conversation with all these girls have been, okay, your next step is to get your preferred membership, so you can start getting your product at a discount. You get access to to our VIP everything, and that's how they convert to preferred member. And obviously, they already love the product. Once you explain to them the next 30-day program, you explain to them where they want to be, and obviously you customize it according to their goals. So you just tell them the benefits of being a preferred member. I mean, come on, who on here, give me a 5-5. Who was a preferred member before you became a distributor? So 5-5 if you were a preferred member before you became a distributor. I know that my preferred members that become distributors, it has been the community that we provide for them. So it's literally VIP access to the community, which especially right now with COVID, a lot of people are needing, to the workouts and to results. So I know that personally, my team, we Rise Up Revolution, and we add our preferred members on there. They get a book club, they get raffles, they get workouts, and they get a sense of community with their girlfriends. It's almost what it feels like. I know for myself, that's what it feels like for me, and I'm a coach, and I get that feedback that's like, dude, this is amazing. Like, I was lacking this, right? So not only do they have access to you, that they already fell in love with you because you gave them superstar follow-up, but now they have access to a whole community. Fire me up. Why didn't you tell me about the preferred membership at first, right? But it's like following the steps, following the flow. So okay, yeah, we got the 3-day trial, great. We got the preferred members, great. Now, how do we do a distributor conversion? Now, not everybody's going to want to be a distributor, and that's okay. If they want to be preferred members, baby them, love them, love them, love them forever. But there are those that are looking for an opportunity, and it's your responsibility to introduce the business opportunity to them. And I say that because for me, if nobody had ever shared this business opportunity with me, if they would have just given me results, I would have loved the results. I would have loved the nutrition aspect, obviously, but I wouldn't have had the access to the life that I have now, or the vision that I have now. now. So truly I say, and I say this from the bottom of my heart, it's your responsibility to share with everybody, all your preferred members, about the business opportunity, especially because your best distributors will be your best clients, will be those that really, really, really love and believe in the product. So what do? What's next, right? So you plug them into an HOM. We have weekly HOMs now. I mean, you know, COVID has been a crazy roller coaster, but I feel like there's been some really amazing blessings in between all the madness, right? And one of them is our company, guys. And our own team, all our team, we have really elevated and stepped up to what COVID in 2020 has thrown at us. Same with our company, and what they've done is literally we have weekly HOMs that like are fire energy and just like amazing, amazing, amazing. I walk every time I listen in, I'm like, dude, I'm so fired up to get another result, or I'm so fired up to get another distributor. Like everybody needs to have this opportunity. So either you plug them into the HOM, you do a one-on-one presentation, and then you identify your star PM. If anything, guys, what we've been doing is we've been doing raffles. So what we do is like, and I send this to all my PMs, like, hey, we're having a call this Thursday. There's going to be some awesome results on there. I never say business, because sometimes people are like, she's gonna, you know, when they don't know, they're gonna be like, oh, this girl's trying to like, no. I just say, and it's true, right? What do we hear when we're on the HOM? Like crazy mad results, right? Hey, I lost blah, blah, blah. And you see the pictures, you're like, oh my God, that's incredible, right? So what I say is like, log on to the call, send me a selfie of you on the call, and I'll put you into a raffle to win whatever. At this time was gosh, I can't think. So yeah, so it just depends what's going to get them to join you on your HOM. So you could do one-on-one presentation. Say that person's like, I can't at the time, I'm at work. No problem. When can we do a FaceTime? So I can share with you what we do. What I do when there is one, because I had this girl that was like, dude, I can't log on. I so wish I can, but it's because I get off of work at 7. I said, no problem. I'm going to send you a YouTube link. So if you guys don't know, our team has created like YouTube galore, you know, information for people, that it's our HOM with all of us. And then what we'll do is we'll catch up on the phone, and I'll explain in detail so we can get to know what your goals are. And she's like, yeah, sure, girl, whatever. And then listen to their conversation. So if you're with the PM on, or you're having that one-on-one follow-up, and she's telling you how she can't afford her next program, or she's going to buy less this month because she doesn't have the money, or you see them on their stories because you're giving them love all the time on their stories on social media, and they're like, oh, I wish I could do this and I wish I could do that, blah, blah, blah. So say, hey girl, I know a way you can make money. Like I had recently had a distributor who has been inactive for 2 years reach out to me and tell me she wants to start the business again, which is great. And she can't afford to pay for her membership over, so she's going to wait. And I said, why don't you retail your way to paying for your membership? So it's really like letting them understand, not only can you retail your way through anything, but you can retail your way through paying your own membership. So like, that's how awesome our business is. There's no excuses. It's really about wanting to do it. So once they become distributors, guys, what you do is you teach them to do the same. Like I mentioned, this is a copy and paste business. So one of the methods that I'm really focusing on, and again, this has been my shift in my own personal business because I see the growth for me and I see how it's worked, is teaching your new distributors 3-day trial, preferred member, distributor. 3-day trial, preferred member, distributor. 3-day trial, preferred member, distributor. Why? Because it's so simple. It's so simple. Like I'm like, dude, if I would just listened when they told us this, and if you are all speaking the same language, it's going to get you to not only grow your team faster, but it's going to grow them faster because they're cutting and pasting. They're not reinventing the wheel. They're cutting and pasting, and they're doing it over and over and over and over each month. So these are your action steps, guys. Action steps are set a clear goal. So each month you say, okay, this month I want to make this much money and I want to impact this many people. So meaning by the impact is you know, if you don't know what the income to the impact, what correlates, and talk to your coach so they can tell you, okay, you want to make an extra $500 income extra a month. This is how many people you need to impact. So that's what I mean by that. For me, my goal lately has been 23-day trials, 10 new preferred members, 5 distributors each month. That's like my impact goal. Now, do I always get a no? But let me tell you, when I set a clear goal, that's when I started seeing my numbers change, because I wasn't just like throwing a dart in the air and then coming back, right? I was like throwing the dart in the goal, trying to make it. Every day I woke up, I'm like, okay, shoot, it's the what of the month? How many preferred members do I have? What do I need to do? How much more polls and referrals do I need to get? How many DMs do I need to do? What do I need to do to make it to my goal? And having a no matter what. And at the end of the day, at 12:59 p.m., the day of month end, going to bed, knowing that you gave it your all because you had a clear goal of your impact. And obviously that correlates with your check growing. So let's take action. So how, what time? I'm busy. Like, this is just my side hustle. Like, I have kids. It's distant learning. Like, don't you know? I also want to get sexy. Okay, well then, let me tell you, how bad do you want it? And not to mention, we have amazing power hours. It's just 1 hour. I know that if you can't plug into the power hours that we have them all throughout all day, then you could do a power hour on your own. It's just about wanting to do it, guys. Setting 1 hour a day to focus on your business. And we hear Leah and a lot of the other girls saying that, and you see the results, and the results are in the pudding. There's nothing to it, guys. You just like today, you set a time. I acknowledge you for being on this call. Same thing, but every single day. Weekends, do 2 hours on the weekends, because that's when people are on social media, like, you know, and then Monday comes and they're like, my life, I have to go to work. Well, then they see how amazing and how much fun you're having because you're consistent on the weekends. They're going to think of you, and it's having no excuses. And I know it's only 3 trials, but if you get 5 3-day trials and then you're like floating in air until the next month, it's like, why not do it every day and then just making a way? And then really just decide that you want to go for it, and really just, you know, if you're already doing something and it's working for you, then keep doing that. And if you're like, girl, you know, I want to start doing 3-day trials, then I say go for it, because 3-day trials are legit the new for me. I know it's not new at all, but to my business, it's like, whoa, I was sleeping on the 3-day trials, and now I'm like all about it, all about the 3-day trials. So that's it for me, guys. I don't know if you guys have any questions. I hope that I gave you some nuggets that can help you grow. The best way for us to feel like we're doing this and we're doing it right is to see you guys moving up the marketing plan. So I hope that I see a lot of recognition. I'm so excited and I cannot hide it. So.
Thank you so much, sister. That was amazing. I'm even taking notes, and let me put that 3-day trial implementation, yeah? Guys, does anyone have any questions? Please, the time is now or not.
I have a question, Delphina.
Yes.
So my question would be, I want to know if you recommend for us to put our Instagram public if we have a little bit of followers, or if we should keep it private.
Adri?
Sorry. What's your name?
Arlette.
What is it?
Arlette?
Arlette. Arlette, my friend. Welcome.
Thank you.
I feel like if you're wanting to grow your business on social media, it should be public. Absolutely. Because you want your followers to, people that you're following that want to see your profile, they want to see it right away, and they look at your first 6 pictures. If they want to follow you, they will. But if it's blocked or private, then they're like, moving on to the next. So definitely make it public. And one of the tips that Yadi did on the last side hustle was to make it a personal profile and not a business. And I switched it myself to that. Because what happens if you have it linked to Facebook, everything you post goes to Facebook. And honestly, I've gotten 2 3-day trials just from doing that. So I really want to say that because I thought that was really powerful. So yes, make it public. If you don't feel comfortable because of the kids or whatnot, then just maybe take off the kids' pictures, whatever you don't feel comfortable sharing. And until you feel comfortable, you'll understand, like, people want to see your life. They want to see what you're about because they're going to be like, oh my God, Arlette, she has kids and she looks amazing. She's doing this side hustle. Like, I want to join her. But sometimes they just want to look from afar and not follow you. So make sure that you are accessible to them. Yes, Sandra. So on one of the calls that Yadi said, she brought up a good point, and she said to make it personal and not business. And so I tried it myself, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna try that, because what happens is I wasn't able to post directly to Facebook, so my Facebook was neglected. That's part of the reason why I thought it was powerful. So when I started doing that, I started getting more engagement on my Facebook. People that are on Instagram too, but for some reason I guess they prefer Facebook. And I got 3-day trials. So she reached out, it's an old coworker. She reached out to me and she got her 2 sisters to do it with her. And I'm about to get her sister to become a preferred member, because she's like, okay, 3-day trials are over. Now what? So we're in that process. So I'm like, bro, I've been missing out on Facebook business. What's wrong with me? So yes, make it personal, not business. That's, again, you could do whatever you want, but that's what's working for me so far.
Awesome. Any other questions?
I had a question, Delphina.
Yes, Wendy?
No, Jennifer.
Jennifer, where are you? Let me find. Keep talking.
you
I'll
find
find
me?
you. Oh, there you are. There you are.
I actually had somebody that asked me what a 3-day trial was. Is there any like recommendations how much more I can explain to them and how I can get them to purchase?
So what did you explain to them when they asked you?
Because they had asked me what products to recommend. I informed her, since she's never tried Herbalife before, to start off with the 3-day trial.
And what was her response?
She never responded back.
So I would honestly just say, hey girl, when are you ready to start? She might have forgotten. And I think Leah mentioned it on the last 3-day trial. You know, people get busy, and it's not that
Okay.
they don't want to, but I would just say, hey girl, I'm so excited for you to get started in the 3-day trial. I'm going to start a challenge in 2 days. You're really not, but they don't know that, you know, and I really want you to be on it. I don't want you to miss out. So here's my Zelle, or like Leah recommended, just send them a $20 request or 25, whatever you're going to charge, and then wait for her. If she doesn't answer to that, she's probably not ready, but she might have just forgotten. Honestly, I would just, it's your job to follow up.
Okay.
Yeah, fake it till you make it. I always tell these girls, like, I'm starting a new 3-day trial challenge. I don't put them on any 3-day trial challenge chat. I just do one-on-one, but again, they don't know. They just want, once you give them a superstar follow-up, they're gonna be like, this is amazing. I love Jennifer. I'd never want to leave Jennifer. She's incredible, you know?
Okay.
So follow up with her.
I will. Thank you.
Any other questions, girls?
Adri, I have a question. I'm going to pick your brain a little. This is Becky, by the way. Okay, so how do you manage those slackers, you know, where they try their first day and they're pumped up, and then you follow up, you know, to just like, hey, you know, how's your second day going? And you don't hear from them, and then you hear back like, oh my God, I was busy, I stopped, I'm gonna get back on. You know, like, how do you deal with that? You know, it's just, I guess, it throws a curveball on you. So
Yeah.
that's my question.
So what I do is I follow up with them, like even if they don't reply, they don't do anything, they're like whatever, I still follow up with them as if they were doing everything. So for example, day 1, yeah, I'm so excited, I feel great. Day 2, crickets. Day 3, crickets. Day 4, crickets. I'm still sending them the same cut and paste message every day, because chances are they're still seeing, I still want them to know I'm thinking of them. So when I've never had that happen. yet on my 3-day trials. I'm sure it's going to happen. But how I would handle it is I would just be like, it's okay, girl. I totally understand. Life, it gets busy. Maybe a 3-day trial is not for you. Maybe you should have the full program. You said you feel amazing. So maybe you should start on the shake so you can have there at home. If anything, like when you remember, you can have your shake, you can have your tea, and not feel like it's just for 3 days. Like think of it as like because she obviously told you she felt great, right? I would just automatically offer her the preferred membership and be like, just get the full program and just take it, like, because I know you're super busy, obviously. So just take your shakes when you can and feel, at least you're going to feel great. Because I've had clients like that. They're like, like when I used to focus on challenges, I didn't do it. But I love the product though. And I feel amazing. And you kind of feel stumped because you're like, this didn't go as planned. But at the end of the day, they told you they felt amazing. So there's something about the product that they love. So you act like nothing, girl. You're just like, hey, that's totally fine. Maybe you should do a 30, you should get the product and stock up. That way you can have the shakes and feel great. You already told me you felt lighter. You already told me you felt energetic. So why stop now? You know, that's how I would do it. And again, if she says no, then she's not ready, and that's fine. But out of you did everything in your power for her to know that you wanted her to be successful. You know what I mean? And there's going to be those people that just don't want it for themselves. But you did everything you could. And what I do is I learned it from here too, is Reach. It's an app. So I have groups of people. I have preferred members. I have my clients. And I have 3-day trial people that never converted. So what I do is everything that I sent them messages every Monday and Friday, even though they never converted. I still am like, hey girl, I hope you have a healthy Friday, a healthy weekend. Here's a tip for the weekend. And I'm such a cut and paste person. Carmen does an amazing job on our 15-day challenges of adding like recipes and that. I literally grab that and I send it to my clients and I send in my 3-day trial. And what happens is eventually they'll either put a little heart or they do a little thumbs up or they say thank you. But point being is that one day they're going to come back. They're going to come back. I have this preferred member that I send her all this love and I send her all these invitations. She never answers, but maybe once every 6 months, she places like a 400 volume point order. And she always says, Adri, thank you that you always reach out to me. I know I'm such a slacker. I never answer, but can I order this, this, and this, and this, and that? And it's like, we forget how like people are just busy and they don't care, even though we're like consumed with meeting our goals, but they don't care. You know what I mean?
Okay, awesome.
Adri, can I add something for Becky?
You have 30 seconds.
Oh shit. No, so pretty much like, you know how you're doing the raffles? So pretty much, I know those are not your preferred member, but those are retails. So you should just treat them like if they're preferred members. You know what I mean? That's what I do. Mommy, just a recommendation there. You want to see this video? That's it.
Thank you. That does help. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. One more thing, sister. You talked about Reach, and just so for those that are new to Side Hustle School, what is Reach?
So it's like a map. I don't know like what it's, I just know that it saved my life because I was like, you know, getting so many clients and so many preferred members, like a good problem to have because I always had like 5 and 6. So now it's like growing, which I was like, shoot, how am I going to manage all this? So literally it's like an app that sends mass text, right? So you do one thing. So for example, this Monday I did, hi beautiful, hope you're having a powerful day. Here's a healthy way to make a waffle. And then I send him the waffle recipe. And then you select, so right here, you can't see, huh? Shoot. Okay.
Maybe
I'll do a video.
Or can you talk about it more on a Side Hustle chat? Just
Yeah,
like what is Reach and what you use it for? That would be very helpful.
Yeah. So then you just select the group. I have them all grouped up, all my preferred members, all my clients, all my distributors, all my 3-day trials. And then it allows you to send it all to them all at once. So you're not having to, so I used to have to be like, ooh, cut and paste this and send it to like all these people. And then I'd forget one because it's like, you know, you forget. I know I had a list and it just felt like that. And now it's like, woo, I'm just sending it. And then they'll reply like, oh my God, thank you so much. Oh my God, this sounds yummy. Oh, thanks. I'm totally going to reorder or whatever it is, but it's even if they don't do crickets or they don't even give you a thumbs up, out of you're being the superstar coach. You're doing the superstar follow-up. So from your end, you're wanting them to succeed. It's up to them to want it too. You can't force people. But you as a coach need to be like super intentional about the follow-up, because they're going to stay consistent and committed to reordering and becoming a distributor if you give them that superstar follow-up. So I don't care if it's a 3-day trial, it's $20, only 10 volume points. You act like it's a 500 volume point order. Like that's how much attention you need to give to everybody.
Powerful, so powerful. And that is my little sister, y'all. Okay, guys, so super excited. Let's wrap it up here. Okay, so tomorrow, does anybody know what we have going on tomorrow? If you do, please add on the comment. So what it is, Kari is like, no, I don't. And that's okay, Kari, because you're new. It's okay. So tomorrow we have an HOM, which is an Herbalife opportunity meeting. So this is, and I get to be your co-host. So it's a quick half an hour, guys. Basically what this is for, who this is for a prospect. So Adri talked about like doing raffles, right, for anybody that joins the call, like anybody of your PMs. So anybody that you have getting results, or maybe a family and friend that you're like, gosh, you would be so good for this business. You want them to log on with you on this call. It's simply half an hour. All we're doing is explaining the business opportunity. That is it. So it's more on this business end, okay? That is tomorrow at 6 p.m. our time, California time. The flyers are on our chats. And then next Wednesday, we have the lovely Cindy. She is a side hustle mama too. Brand new mama of Frida. Frida, I believe, is 5-6 months. Super cute. She's a super social media superstar. Cindy's going to talk about how to build lifers to impact your business. Lifers, guys, are those preferred members that become your superstar client. And what happens is you build loyalty with them. You build a referral system, and they are your future distributors because they are product lovers, and they are Cindy lover, or they're Leah's lover, or they're Kari's lover, right? Because they fall in love with you outside of the product. So she's going to be coaching you guys on how to develop that. She has developed a phenomenal part-time business around her crazy job with the county of San Bernardino, I think. And she's building an amazing, successful business, guys, and it's through creating loyal clients, what I call livers. So that is next Wednesday, same time, same channel. I know we had some problems with this channel today, but no problem, right? Again, I am going to invite you to use this tracker here to continue tracking your business. One, right? Type on the chat, how many 3-day trials are you committed to promoting or to having someone start this week? So type on the chat right now how many 3-day trials you're going to commit to. And then also, this is the business part, right? I just talked about the Herbalife business opportunity. How many people will you share the business opportunity with? So for those that are new to Side Hustle School, what I ask you is like, who is that sister? Who is that friend that you would love to do business with? In other words, who do you love so much that you would love to go on vacations with? You love to spend quality time with? Like, who's your girl? Write that down so then that way you can invite them, share with them the business opportunity. For me, when I started the business, I reached out to my best friend and I reached out to my sister. Those are the two that I'm like, I would love to spend great quality time with. If it weren't for Herbalife, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't see my sister as much as I do now. We talk every single day. We connect through Zoom every single day. We get to have really fun times, girl times all the time because of Herbalife. If it weren't like, wouldn't be the same. So if you have that friend you want to spend extra quality time with, guys, reach out to them and talk to them about the business opportunity. Here's a potential distributor checklist that I'm going to share with you on the chat. So basically it's get to know them. So if there's a girl you're like, ooh, this girl would be so good. So get them on a call, especially if it's a preferred member, and start asking these questions. So I won't go too much on this sheet right here that I want to share with you guys, because I'm going to add it to the chat and I want you guys to take it on with you. And with that goal of a new business partner, like really implement it. I'll tell you, if you're new to this business and if you're not confident, like grab your coach or grab anybody here that inspires you. Like, hey, would you mind doing a 3-way with this current prospect that I have that I want to talk to about the business opportunity? I've been doing all this week and last week a lot of 3-way calls, 3-way Zoom, and it's really just talking about the business, right? So these are simple steps that you can do to get that going. But write on the chat right now, how many 3-day trials are you committed to getting out? And also, how many business opportunity calls will you have this week? Okay, so I really want you guys to get on board with that. Okay, so keep in mind, guys, I'll share something with you. I just hired a new business coach. And I was like, and if you're new to the business, you're like, I don't understand the shifts in the seasons of the business. So last quarter, you're like, oh, well, people are like wanting to focus on the holidays, not so much on getting sexy. Honestly, take that out of your head, because 2020 has been a crazy ass roller coaster. So you cannot compare this year to all the other years, right? All the other years, the last season of the year, people are wanting to eat the tamales, like the holidays, gain that extra 10 pounds. Not this year. We are not living in a normal year, guys. So treat us as such. Treat it as right now, more than ever, people are hungry for a side hustle because the holidays are coming even more. So I'm going to challenge you to talk more than ever about the business opportunity. If you're new to this business, guys, this is where I tell you, just grab your coach and say, hey, I want to do a 3-way with you because I have so-and-so and so-and-so that I really want to talk about building a side hustle with me. More than ever, guys, 2020 is the year, the radical year, where you can make an incredible impact on somebody else, because this is the year of change. This is a year that's completely different. This is the season that people are going to want to get sexier and make more money than ever. So treat it as such, okay? So if you're already having some like negative Nancy's in your head, like, oh, this season, wah. No, 2020 is a different season, a different year. It's been these 9 months of the year. Don't think that the last 3 months are going to be any similar to the past years. And that includes you. So I already talked about new results. That includes this season. You get sexier than ever. You create the best version of you. You make extra money. Okay? This is the season. So if you're on the side hustle chat right now, share what was your biggest takeaway from this call, and 2, how many potential distributors will you have? In other words, how many business opportunity calls or invites will you have for tomorrow's business meeting? So with that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much. I know Leah will be hosting Power Hour, which is it's at 8 o'clock every night. But tonight will be only half an hour because that's all we have for our 8 o'clock Power Hour. So see you guys there. If not, see you guys on the chat. Share on your story the selfie week 2 side hustle. It's on, ready to make extra money. Who's ready to join me? Good night. Love you guys all. Thank you, sister, for a powerful call. And we will be connected on the other side, which is on-site household chat. Bye, everyone. Open up your lines. Let me hear you. Let me hear you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yo quiero dinero.
Hey,
Good night.
Thank you.
good night.
Mucho, mucho.
Night.